Most of what controls you was chosen before you even knew you existed. Carl Jung. The hidden program controlling your mind since birth, and how to escape it. From birth, society installs mental software that defines your limits. In this awakening guide, we decode the subconscious programming behind your fears, desires, and identity. Learn how to break free from inherited beliefs, reprogram your mind, and reclaim your original awareness. What if the thoughts you call yours were never really yours at all? What if the voice inside your mind, the one that judges you, directs you, pressures you, and narrates every second of your life, was programmed into you before you ever had a chance to choose who you truly wanted to be? Imagine you arrive into this world as pure awareness, a spark of consciousness with no name, no beliefs, no fears. But immediately, the programming begins. The world looks at you and says, "This is who you are. This is what you can be. This is what is acceptable. This is what success means. This is how life works." And so the child, curious, open, divine, begins to shape itself not from inner truth, but from external expectation. A mind slowly conditioned into forgetting its own power. Picture a newborn breathing its first breath, infinite potential wrapped in fragile skin. Then layer by layer, the invisible cage forms. By parents, through love, fear, projection. By school, through rules, comparison, obedience. By society, through norms, status, survival. By media, through desire, insecurity, illusion. All before the child understands what's happening. This is the hidden program, the subconscious script that controls your identity, your emotions, your potential, and your destiny. Unless you wake up. A truth few dare to admit. Most people never discover the deeper reality. You are living a life that was predetermined by patterns you didn't choose. Your attitude about money, expectations in relationships, level of health and vitality, spiritual beliefs, your sense of worthiness, the career paths you think are possible, the emotions you feel permitted to experience, all shaped by an unconscious system installed without your consent. You may believe you are choosing, but often you are only reacting to old stories, old traumas, old programming. What if your dreams are not even your dreams, but a reflection of what you believe is allowed? The illusion of free will. Psychologists estimate that 95% of your decisions come not from conscious thought, but from your subconscious conditioning. Ancient spiritual teachings say the same. We are asleep in a dream of the mind, repeating patterns like actors reading lines from a script written generations before us. You think, "I want success," but the inner voice whispers, "People like you don't get that." You think, "I want love," but the inner wounds say, "I am too much" or "not enough." You think, "I want freedom," but your nervous system screams, "Stay safe, stay small, stay known." This is the program, the invisible puppeteer behind your habits, your fears, and your destiny. And the most astonishing part, we defend the program as if it were our identity. The prison of familiarity. Humans cling to the known, even when the known is painful. The toxic relationship feels familiar. The limiting job feels predictable. The self-criticism feels safe. The struggle feels deserved. Anything beyond the cage of conditioning feels
too risky, because the program equates comfort with survival. You weren't taught to trust your soul. You were taught to trust your programming. But what if the anxiety you feel is actually your spirit trying to break free? What if the discomfort is not a warning, but an invitation? A crack in the matrix. At some point, life gives you a glimpse beyond the illusion. Maybe it's heartbreak that shatters the old identity. Maybe it's a moment of profound stillness. Maybe it's a success that still leaves you empty. Maybe it's the realization that this life, this script, is not satisfying your soul. In that moment, the question awakens. Who is the one noticing that something feels wrong? Who is the observer behind the conditioning? That watcher, that awareness, that presence is your true self, the self that existed before the programming. And that self is asking you to remember. Your soul is not here to obey. Deep within you lives a truth older than fear, a knowing that you are more powerful than any narrative installed into your mind. You were not born to fit in. You were born to break patterns, to evolve humanity's story, to rewrite the generational script. You were not born to survive. You were born to expand, to create, to lead, to turn the invisible dreams of the heart into form. This is why the program feels heavy, because your soul wasn't designed for limitation. The voice inside you that says, "There must be more," is not a complaint. It is a memory of who you really are, of the life you came here to live, of the freedom you came here to reclaim. The Great Escape. You are not here to destroy the program, but to transcend it, to see it, to question it, to rewire it, to choose again, to become the conscious author of your own inner script. When you awaken, you shift from reactive to creative, programmed to aware, limited to infinite, survivor to master. The mind becomes a servant to the soul, not its captor. This is the journey of liberation. And in this video, we are going to walk that path together. In the next section, we will go deeper into how the hidden program forms, the mechanisms that keep you asleep, the spiritual and psychological keys to waking up, and how to reclaim your power from the inside out. You are about to remember your freedom. You are about to rewrite your destiny. Welcome to the beginning of your inner revolution.
There is a program running your life, but to escape it, you must first learn how it works. Like a master hacker of the mind, you must become aware of the system that has been shaping you since the moment you opened your eyes to this world. Today, we lift the veil. The subconscious, the silent architect. Modern neuroscience reveals that your subconscious mind controls your habits, your emotional reactions, your confidence, your sense of safety, your interpretation of every experience. It is the hidden autopilot guiding 95% of your daily decisions. And yet, you were never taught how to program it. From ages 0 to 7, your brain is in a state called theta, the same state used in deep hypnosis. In those years, beliefs become imprinted directly. You're smart. You're difficult. We can't afford that. Don't cry. Good boys don't get angry. People like us don't succeed. Children don't analyze. They absorb. They adopt. They become. This is the source code of your identity. How the system maintains control. Once programmed, the mind seeks to confirm its beliefs, not challenge them. It filters reality through rigid rules. Like, I'm unlovable, you attach to unavailable partners. Money is suffering, you sabotage abundance. I must please others. You betray your boundaries. Life is hard. Struggle becomes your familiar comfort. Your brain isn't trying to punish you. It's trying to protect you with what it knows, even if what it knows is limiting or harmful. Your reality is not based on truth, but on familiarity. And familiarity becomes fate, unless awareness intervenes. The shadow, the forgotten self. Psychology calls it the shadow, the parts of you that were judged, shamed, or rejected as a child. So you buried them. Your anger, your wildness, your vulnerability, your dreams, your creative fire, your intuition. But what you suppress doesn't disappear. It simply goes underground. It becomes the invisible director behind your fears, addictions, and self-sabotage. The program is not only what was installed into you, it is also everything you were forced to shut down. To escape the program, you must reclaim your shadow and integrate your whole self. The matrix of expectations. Now add school conditioning, grades over curiosity, social conditioning, validation over authenticity, economic conditioning, debt over freedom, cultural conditioning, conformity over individuality, religious conditioning, fear over spiritual exploration. Each layer teaches you what to think, but removes your ability to think for yourself. You forget intuition. You forget inner wisdom. You forget choice. You become an obedient performer in the global theater of expectations. Spiritual traditions have warned us for centuries. Most people are asleep, unaware they are dreaming. To awaken is to remember that your mind is not you. It is a tool, a servant, a mechanism, not your identity.
Ancient wisdom meets modern science. All great wisdom traditions teach the same principle. Consciousness creates reality. Hermeticism, the mind is the builder. Buddhism, with our thoughts, we make the world. Vedic philosophy, you are the dreamer of the dream. Stoicism, it is not things that disturb us, but our perception of them. Today, quantum physics suggests that observation influences manifestation. Neuroscience shows that what you repeatedly think reprograms your brain's structure. Neuroplasticity. You are not stuck. Your mind is rewritable. You can become your own programmer. The 3 locks of the program. There are 3 forces designed to keep you inside the cage. 1. Fear of rejection. We learn to betray authenticity to stay loved. 2. Fear of failure. We avoid risking the discomfort that leads to growth. 3. Fear of our own power. We are terrified of who we might become if we actually unleashed our full potential. Marianne Williamson said it best, our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. The ego trembles at the thought of expansion because expansion means change, and change threatens the familiar world it rules. So the program whispers, stay small, stay safe, stay predictable. But your soul whispers louder, rise.
The key shift. To break free, you must adopt this revolutionary perspective. Your thoughts are not orders. They are suggestions. Your beliefs are not facts. They are stories you inherited. Your identity is not fixed. It is chosen. When that truth lands in your bones, the illusion collapses. The cage door has always been open. You simply forgot how to walk through it. How liberation begins. Awakening is not a single moment. It is a practice, a peeling back of layers, becoming aware of the programming, questioning the beliefs you assumed were true, choosing the thoughts that empower rather than imprison, reconnecting with the forgotten parts of yourself, replacing fear with freedom, upgrading the subconscious from survival to expansion. And with every shift, your reality changes. Your relationships transform. Your health and energy rise. Your financial decisions become aligned. Your creativity activates. Your leadership awakens. Your joy expands without justification. Because now, you are the one writing the script. The essence. Here is the core truth. The hidden program only controls those who never question it. But you are here because something in you is already waking up. You are here because a deeper intelligence, your soul, refuses to let the story end where it began. This is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you were before the world told you who to be.
Let us step into a story. Because sometimes the truth of the soul must be felt before it can be understood. The parable of the caged phoenix. Once upon a time, in a world not so different from your own, a magnificent phoenix was born in a cage. The cage was lined with gold, ensuring it felt precious, even as it remained confined. Every morning, the phoenix was fed the same lines. Do not fly too high. Do not shine too bright. It is dangerous out there. Stay here where we can protect you. And so, the phoenix never learned its wings. Instead of fire, it breathed fear. Instead of freedom, it embraced familiarity. Instead of rising, it learned to perch. But deep inside, something ancient stirred. A memory of flight, a knowing of sky, a longing for more. Until one day, a feather fell, burning with flame the bird had never seen. The phoenix looked at the fire, and it remembered. It remembered that its birthright was not the cage, but the infinite horizon. The moment it believed in its wings, the cage could no longer hold it. Because the bars were never physical, they were made of programmed thought. And the phoenix rose. Moral of the myth: the phoenix is you. The cage is your conditioning. The fire is the truth you can no longer ignore. Your story is not small. Your wings are simply waiting for permission to open. The mirror in the forest. There is another tale. A wanderer, broken, exhausted, entered a mystical forest. He had spent years chasing success, approval, and status. Yet he felt emptier with every achievement. In the center of the woods stood an ancient mirror, covered in vines, untouched by time. Legend said that any who looked into this mirror would see their true reflection. The wanderer stepped forward. Expecting his familiar features, he saw instead a glowing presence. Luminous, boundless, divine. His first reaction was rejection. This cannot be me.
for his programming only knew the identity of the struggler, the one who was never enough. But the mirror showed no flaw, no insecurity, no limitation, only truth. The wanderer fell to his knees, overwhelmed by the power of his forgotten self. The mirror whispered without sound, "You suffer because you identify with the mask and deny the soul behind it." The wanderer wept, not from sadness, but from remembering. The hidden enemy, forgetfulness. These stories reveal a shared wound. We forget who we are. We forget our worth. We forget our power. We forget our divinity. Because the world taught us what to think, but not how to see. Not how to feel our essence. Not to hear our soul. Not to trust our inner knowing. Your greatest battle is not against circumstance, but against forgetfulness. Awakening is an act of remembering. The inner kingdom. In ancient teachings, your mind was described as a kingdom. The king or queen, your conscious awareness. The advisor, your logic and reasoning. The soldiers, your behaviors and habits. The villager, your emotional body. The prisoner, your suppressed dreams and wounds. The shadow, the parts of you banished from sight. The divine sovereign, your soul, the rightful ruler. Right now, in most people, the kingdom is ruled by the prisoner, guarded by fear, and dictated by the shadow. The sovereign sleeps. Awakening is not about creating a new ruler. It is about restoring the true one. You don't become powerful. You remember you always were. The world behind the world. There is a concept found in mystic traditions. Reality is a veil. Beneath it is the real. The world you see is filtered through trauma, conditioning, cultural stories, fear-based survival instincts, and the ego's hunger for control. You are not seeing life as it is, but as the program shows it. To awaken is to pierce the illusion and witness the hidden dimension, the place where fear dissolves into possibility. Obstacles become invitations. Pain becomes transformation. The journey becomes sacred, and the self becomes infinite. This is the world behind the world, the one you are meant to live in.
The return of the inner hero. In every myth, the hero realizes the monster is their shadow, the treasure is their essence, the prison is their mind, the key is awareness. You are not the victim in your story, you are the protagonist. And every challenge you face, financial, emotional, relational, spiritual, is a part of your hero's journey, designed precisely to wake you up. Your fear of failure, a lesson in trust. Your heartbreak, a return to worthiness. Your financial struggle, a call to reclaim abundance. Your loneliness, a reminder to reconnect with your soul. Life doesn't punish you, it trains you. Like a sculptor refining a masterpiece, you are the stone. A moment of reflection. Let yourself breathe for a moment, deeply and consciously. Ask, what if everything holding me back is just a story I never questioned?
What if my potential is so vast that the program must hide it from me to remain in control? What if nothing is missing? I was simply taught to doubt myself. These are not poetic questions, they are doorways. Every realization you have weakens the program's grip. Every act of courage burns another feather bright. You are not learning anything new today, you are remembering what your soul has always known. The phoenix is stirring, the mirror is reflecting, the kingdom is awakening, and your true story is just beginning.
Awakening means nothing if it doesn't change how you live. To escape the hidden program, you must learn to navigate the world with new eyes and a new internal operating system. This is where your life begins to shift. Not someday, not when things are easier, not when you feel ready. Now. Step 1. Becoming the observer. A powerful truth. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who observes them. So the first step is not to fight the program, but to witness it. Throughout the day, ask, who is speaking right now, my soul or my programming? Is this a decision based on expansion or fear? Does this belief empower me or imprison me? When you observe the program, you separate from it, and that alone weakens its control. Awareness is liberation. Step 2. Interrupt the script. The mind runs on loops, but every loop can be interrupted. The moment you notice an old belief arising, I am not enough. That's too risky. People won't like me. Pause, breathe, challenge it. Who told me that? Is that really my truth? What if the opposite is also true? When you interrupt the pattern, you teach your brain a new possibility exists. Over time, the brain rewires, fear loses its voice, and freedom becomes familiar. Step 3. Act against the cage. Real change is behavioral. You must take action your old identity would avoid. Examples: speak the truth instead of pleasing others. Take the opportunity even if you feel unprepared. Rest when you feel guilty for slowing down. Invest in yourself instead of waiting for permission. Choose love even after breaking your heart. Ask for what you need without apologizing. These actions are micro-revolutions. Each one is a signal to your subconscious. I am no longer living in the cage. Action is the antidote to programming. What this means for your financial life. Your money beliefs were installed early. We can't afford that. Rich people are greedy. Money is stressful. Security is more important than passion. To break free, practice gratitude for every dollar. You expand abundance. Learn wealth as a skill, not a miracle granted to others. Create before you consume. Shift from dependency to creation. Spend in alignment, not to impress, but to express who you're becoming. Wealth responds to identity. Change identity, change financial reality. What this means for love and relationships. The program teaches you to attach to familiar wounds, trade your truth for validation, fear abandonment more than self-betrayal, to awaken in love, choose relationships where honesty is welcomed, communicate needs without apology, walk away from environments that dim your light, give love from overflow, not desperation. Let intimacy reveal the parts of you you used to hide. Love should not be a battlefield, it should be a homecoming.
What this means for your career and purpose. Most people choose careers based on survival, not soul alignment. Awakening means shifting from I need to be chosen to I choose my impact.
Follow what energizes you. Build skills that turn passion into mastery. Create value, and your purpose becomes magnetic. Become irreplaceable by being authentically you. Your career is not just a job, it's your contribution to evolution. What this means for your mental and physical health. Without awareness, the body becomes the storage unit of the subconscious. Stress, inflammation, fatigue often are not physical issues, but emotional messages the program suppresses. Integration means move your body daily, unlock stored emotions. Breathe consciously, regulate your nervous system. Practice stillness, recalibrate the mind to clarity. Nourish yourself, not to lose weight, but to gain life. Your body is not your enemy, it is your translator. What this means for your social world. Sobering truth. Not everyone benefits from your awakening. Some want you to remain predictable because it keeps them comfortable. As you rise, fake friends will fall away. Superficial conversations will drain you. You will outgrow environments built on fear. You will attract mirrors of your new identity. Protect your energy. Your tribe is not who you fit in with, but who you evolve with. What this means for parenting and legacy. Children copy who you are, not what you say. The greatest gift you can offer the next generation? A parent who has healed, a leader who embodies integrity, a soul who remembers the truth, a guide who encourages curiosity and courage. Legacy isn't what you leave behind, it's what you ignite in others. Your awakening liberates more than you. A simple daily ritual. If you adopt only one practice from this video, every morning speak to your subconscious. Today, I choose truth over programming, expansion over fear, creation over reaction. My soul is the author now. Say it with conviction. This is how the hidden becomes conscious, how the inner revolution becomes real. Your life will begin to change. At first, subtly, a calmer mind, a braver voice, new opportunities, relationships that feel aligned, greater health and energy. Then, dramatically, a new identity, a new environment, a new destiny. When you change your inner world, your outer world must respond. That is not magic, that is law. You are not rebuilding your life, you are reclaiming it.
The moment where awareness becomes identity, and identity becomes destiny. Take a breath. Feel this moment in your chest. This shift inside you is not imagination. It is the sound of a door unlocking. It is the moment the phoenix tests its wings. It is the wanderer recognizing the reflection in the mirror. It is the rightful sovereign rising in the inner kingdom. This is where the old script loses its authority. This is where your true life begins. The dawn after the dream. You have spent years, maybe decades, living according to a story that was written for you. But now, you are awake enough to ask, who was I before the world told me who to be? Not the conditioned self, but the creative consciousness behind it. Not the survival identity, but the expansive soul that chose this human journey to evolve, express, and experience greatness. Let this sink in. You are not here to repeat history. You are here to rewrite it. Every fear you faced has trained your courage. Every setback has sharpened your wisdom. Every limitation has prepared your breakthrough. Awakening is not escape, it is arrival. The identity shift. Listen closely. You are not learning to become powerful. You are acknowledging that you already are. You're not adding anything new. You are removing the false, the fear-based, the programmed. You are declaring, I reclaim my mind. I reclaim my voice. I reclaim my story. I reclaim my wings. Stand in this truth. Your potential is not a possibility. It is a fact. The world has been waiting for the version of you that remembers. The greatest program of all. Just as the mind can be conditioned into fear, it can be conditioned into limitless self-belief. Here is the most empowering shift you can make. You are the programmer now. Your subconscious is listening. It wants new instructions. Feed it truth. I am worthy of abundance. My voice matters. I choose relationships that honor my heart. My authenticity is my superpower. I am the creator of my reality. Affirmations are not cliches. They are code. Every time you speak from the soul, you rewrite the script of your life. The real world revolution. When you live awakened, you stop seeking permission to shine. You replace self-doubt with self-respect. You choose relationships that honor your energy. You align your work with your purpose. You create wealth without guilt. You treat your body like the sacred home of your spirit. You set boundaries without apology. You lead by example, not by force. You feel gratitude without condition. This is what freedom looks like. A life that reflects who you really are.
You are part of something bigger. The world is in the middle of a massive shift. More humans are awakening now than in any other moment in history. This is not random. You didn't stumble upon this message by accident. You are being called. Called to rise, called to remember, called to lead in your own unique way. There are people you will inspire simply by being yourself unfiltered. Your courage is a lighthouse. Your transformation is a gift to the collective. Every time one person wakes up, humanity evolves. You are not alone in this. You are a pioneer of a new consciousness. A final reflection. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the truth of this. There is a version of you already alive in the unseen. Confident, creative, grounded, abundant, loving, free. That version has been waiting patiently for you to remember your power. Today, a reunion has begun. The call to action, cinematic and transformational. If your heart felt a spark during this journey, that is your soul saying, keep going. Do not let this be a moment of inspiration that fades with the noise of the world. Let it be the moment you choose yourself fully, completely, unapologetically. From this day forward,
When the old fear speaks, you choose courage. When doubt returns, you choose truth. When the program tries to take over, you remember who is in charge now. The cage was never locked. The fire never went out. The wings were always yours. You have awakened the phoenix. You have remembered the sovereign. You are now the author of your destiny. If this stirred something within you, carry it, reflect on it, live it. You are already on the path. You are already rising. You are already free. Subscribe and return often. Every word here is designed to awaken the clarity and power already within you. This is the beginning of your next chapter. Welcome home to yourself.